Hey everyone, it's Lexie. Welcome to Top 5 Wednesdays. If you're new to Top 5 Wednesdays and want to learn more about it, I'll have everything linked down below so you can go check that out. But today's topic is books that you've read because of Booktube. So I feel like, especially since I started watching Booktube videos a couple years ago, I feel like my reading has kind of become more broad in terms of like the books that I've become aware of. So I know in particular a lot of this is like kind of fantasy and series related. So the ones that I selected here, all of them except one are series and most of them are fantasy. So I'm just happy like for Booktube that it's kind of broadened my reading horizons. So I'm really kind of happy with some of the books I've read here. And so without further ado, let's get started. First one would have to be the Throne of Glass series. I know this book is very popular here on Booktube, and up until I started watching Booktube videos, I did not know about this series at all. Like, it was just, I've never heard of it before, and so I decided to pick it up when I started hearing a lot of people talk about it, and I do generally really like it. I do not like the direction that the series has kind of taken. Like, I don't like the direction the series has kind of gone through within the last couple books. I think the second one was my favorite, but this was kind of a good introduction to fantasy. I feel like because it's not too high fantasy, so it's easier for me to kind of get immersed into the world, and so now it's kind of broadened my horizons with reading fantasy. I felt like it was a good transition like book to kind of get into more fantasy, which I have definitely gotten into over since being on Booktube. I still like to read my historical fiction and crime novels, but it's kind of broadened my reading horizons. So yeah. So this next one is the Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I didn't know anything about this book until I heard a lot of people talking about it on Booktube. I probably wouldn't even have picked it up, to be quite honest, but I love this book. It was amazing. It was so atmospheric, and I loved kind of the feeling I had reading it. It was just really interesting, and I had it on my shelf for a while. I got it because of Booktube, but I hadn't picked it up for maybe like a year or so after I bought it, but I'm so happy I decided to pick it up. It was so good. And so yeah, I'm very thankful for Booktube for that one, because that book was amazing, and I'm really happy that I picked it up. So the next one is the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and this was another book that I've seen. I remember seeing it in bookstores and on Amazon and like all the good reviews, and I'm like, like, I don't know, like it's like robots and all that. I don't know if that would be for me, but again, because I've heard so many great things about it, I decided to pick it up, and I'm so happy that I did. It's probably one of my favorite series of all time. I just love how fun it is and the fairy tale retelling aspect of it. I know when I saw it before Booktube, I'm like, I don't know if that's like my cup of tea, but I took a chance on it, and I'm very happy that I did, and it's just a really fun read. So if you haven't read the Lunar Chronicles yet, I highly recommend you go check them out. Like, I didn't think it would be for me, but it is really fun, and my sister started reading this series now because I've recommended it to her and she loves it too. So yeah, I'm just really happy that Booktube kind of opened this door for me. Next, this is one that there was a lot of hype about this book, I want to say like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and it is the Stolen Songbirds trilogy by Danielle Jenson. There's a lot of hype about this a couple years ago, as I said, but it was something I would never pick up. Basically, the synopsis is a girl who gets kidnapped by trolls who live under a mountain, and that does not appeal to me in any way whatsoever, but I heard so many stellar things about it and just how unique it was for kind of a YA fantasy, so I kind of jumped on board and I loved it. It was such a good series. I'm surprised kind of the hype died down about it, because the book series did get better and better, I find, in my opinion, but I'm so happy that there was that hype around it and I enjoyed it, because just based on the synopsis alone, I would not have liked it. I'm like, trolls, like, who wants to read about trolls? But I'm so happy that I did. So yeah, and then so lastly, I then have the Grisha Trilogy by Leigh Bardug. Again, this was like a synopsis that I didn't think I would end up liking. Just in fantasy in general, I find that I'm either like, that's too out there, I find myself thinking most of the time, I wouldn't really take a chance on, and this was a series that I did. I know there's a lot of mixed reviews about it, but overall I generally really like this book. The second one was my favorite. But yeah, I was really happy. I kind of took a chance on this one. It did take a while to kind of immerse myself in this world, but I'm really happy that I did. I really enjoyed it. For some reason, I did not like Six of Crows, but I would never have learned about this author, this world, or even decided to pick this book up without hearing about it on Booktube and just kind of hearing from real reliable sources that it was good, and I'm very thankful that I did. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of the books you wouldn't have read without Booktube. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.